Hey, what's going on, guys? Dave from Blackout here, coming at you with another video. Today, I'm just going to be covering and going over, my personal opinion on a tool that I've been using for quite some time now. It's the Splice, Splice Sounds, website resource for producers and music makers. This is a awesome tool with just a ton of different samples and a ton of different presets that you can, basically you go in here and you can just download them as you please. Now, I'm paying $7.99 a month for this. And just to let you guys know, I've been using this for about 4 years. So if you listen to some of my music, 90% of it usually comes from some of the sounds from Splice. So that being said, there's a few things, and I'll cover three things that I really think are really good about Splice, and why you should probably look into getting this if you are a producer. Now, if you haven't heard of Splice, like I said, this is just a big sound library, and there's a ton of producers and a big community that supports this. Some of your favorite producers might even have a sample pack on here. Going through here, I remember, as being a bass house producer, I know Night Bass just recently released some of their, packs, but primarily this is such an awesome tool to use for getting your ideas down. And I think that's the first main point here. If you have constant writer's block or something like that, if you're just stuck and you can't really get down the melodies you want, you come on Splice and you have so many things to work with, no matter what genre you're looking at. For instance, I'll give you guys an example. So if we're in here and say we wanted to, let's say we wanted to start maybe like a tech house track or something like that. You can see here how easily organized the search feature is within Splice, and 9 times out of 10 you'll most likely find something that you're looking for. One thing that I will say though about this is sometimes the search features through hashtags. Not every sample is going to be hashtagged correctly, I found. But for the most part, for instance, you can sort through this and you'll be able to find, you should be able to find just about anything to kind of get that creative juice flowing. For instance, in here, if we go in here and you can see. And some of the nice features about this is, it shows that you already downloaded it. It shows that, you have a collection of stuff, and it also gives you a little app, which is nice, that you can just drag and drop all the samples into whatever DAW you're using. So it's pretty well organized, and and that comes to the second point where organization for me is key. So being able to kind of search through this and say, if I want a synth, or if I want a lead, or if I'm looking for, drums or something like that, being able to have this feature where it's that easy to kind of, navigate helps my creative, my creative process a lot. So that's the second point, is the organization of this app. And like I said, and I think the biggest one here, the third main point that I really like to get across about this, especially for the price they're offering at $7.99, is the fact that some of the most profound producers have contributed to this, at least in my opinion, for several different genres, and that can be found just throughout once you're kind of searching through here. For instance, like I mentioned before, I know, let's see, Dirty Bird's got some stuff in here, Tool Room has some stuff in here, and you can even search through that, by different labels. So for instance, like I said, Tool Room Records, you have a ton of awesome stuff to work with. And some are loops, whether you'd like to use loops, or, you can basically take all these, chop these up, and make them into your own, kind of patterns as well. So you kind of have just endless possibilities. But the nice thing about Splice is that it just is such a good tool to use. Um, in another video, I might compare this to some of the other ones that have been coming out. I know sounds.com, I believe, is another one. And then I think BPM Create just did one. So I'm probably going to check those out too. But for 4 years, I've been using this. I've been producing music. I've had records signed from samples used on here. And this is just an awesome tool. And I will say, especially for, if you just are stuck in certain writer's block, this helps you kind of just get out of that and allows you to really explore, the creative side. And then one other thing I'll just kind of touch on here as well is, if you go into the actual website, you'll see that they offer a ton of these different plugins. Now, this is so cool, especially, if you're, starting out in production and, you can't say you can't afford some of these plugins are so expensive. So they offer these, monthly plans, and you can kind of just pay as you go until you pay off the plugin, which is huge. Because I remember, a long time ago, saving your money, you want that next plugin, and, you just don't have that extra $200, $300 to spend. Well, Splice offers that kind of feature where you can, go in here and get the monthly kind of plan. And let me see if I could find a quick example here for you guys. Yeah, so here we go. Rent to own. Right, so I have the advance, $19.99 a month, for 16 months. And like I said, if it works for you, this helps for those producers that are on a budget, which was, in my case, what was happening. So this is another awesome feature. And then, like I said before, there's a big community back in this. So overall, like I said, it helps with your creative, your process. It's super organized, and you get some of the best, producers to release packs through here. And that those three alone should just, allow you to kind of get that workflow going a little bit better. At least it has for me. So, that's my review. I think this is completely worth the money, with everything that they have to offer. Like I said, I will be doing another video on, some of the other platforms that are out there that are similar to this. So stay tuned for that. And hell yeah, smash that subscribe button, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.